Okay, so we'll let this set up and see what happens. I underestimated how much I was going to need, but I have to run back and mix a couple more batches, but we'll see. We'll just let the water go down now, and I might trowel it when we're tired. And we'll call her good. See how it turns out.
But, oh well. Good thing I bought 2 bags just in case, so. Just gonna let this baby set up now. It's a bit, get more set. I'll maybe trowel it one more time. Then I'll let it sit for a day or 2. Then I'll probably try and strip it out maybe on Saturday. So it kept its shape pretty good. It didn't leak in through here, so fingers crossed. Now the only thing is if it's porous inside there, but I mixed it a bit wet, agitated it, tapped on it with a yammer, and we'll see. So once it's all set, then I'll just start to unwind that paper. It's kind of a spiral wrap thing. And then I'm going to weld one more gusset on the lid pivot. That should be just about it. And I'll let it set a few more days, and then I'll put the burner in and just fire it up on low heat and try and cure it a bit. But so far so good. Later. Well, it looks reasonably good in there. Few porous, dusty, few porous spots, but Okay, so yeah, not too bad. There's a bit of a crack here that a little bit troubling, but so I'm going to put the Unibond on now. Let that set up overnight. Okay, so I just welded a couple more gussets on the hinge for the lid, just to match the ones I did on the body of it, more or less. And essentially, we're done. Now, the only, of course, the downside is now there's almost 2 bags of that refractory cement inside here, so makes it a bit heavy, but that would have been probably the advantage of going to a mix of the perlite and the refractory cement. Would have been lighter, but I wasn't really liking the way that perlite mix finished. So anyways, we'll see. Time will tell if that was the right decision or not. If this one holds up, well, I know that was the right decision, and if it doesn't, well, I know that was the wrong decision, right? So that's the lid. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? For everything, for something that was right in front of me. Forgot to round these off. I was looking at that, wondering, why do I have those sharp edges? Because I forgot to grind them off, that's why. So anyways, this is... the only slight thing I'm upset about is this. When I welded this bushing on, I welded it on the sides, but I also ran a weld across the top. So when I did that, it pulled this back into the top of the tank. It wasn't very much, like 30-second or something like that, but it's enough that now this lid is not flush out on this end at the front by the handle. There's it's a bit of a gap, so it's always something you have to keep in mind when you're welding something. The heat will distort the metal, but I say it's not the end of the world. So who knows? After this thing gets some serious heat cycles in it. Easy for you to say. This top may sag a bit anyway. So, but right now everything is good. That's the only thing I'm wishing I hadn't have done. Like say, oh, that was like a 1 inch of weld on top of that was enough to pull that back, but it's not the end of the world. So I'm going to let this cure some more. Then I'm going to, I got to get another valve. I'm going to use the tank and everything off of the regulator for the blacksmith forge. Use that. I just got to get an inline LPG valve. Maybe pick that up tomorrow. And then, like I say, I'll give this thing a cycle on low heat just to make sure everything's set up. It's probably best to let it cure, air cure as long as possible though. So that's what I'm going to do. I don't have any crucibles anyway, so that'll give me a chance to get the crucibles ordered up and ready to go on that front. So like all in all, it turned out not too bad. But the real test will be when we put the heat to it. So that's pretty well it. I think it turned out all right, but like I say, when I actually do a heat test on it, I'll post a separate video on it. But that's the construction part of it over. Bye for now.